Well, we talked with Sam Houston probably about a year and a half ago now, and they were talking to us about relighting two of their studios and wanting all LED lighting, and we've dealt with ICANN's lighting and liked the product, felt that it was substantial. Well, the actual process going from tungsten to LED was fairly easy. It was a smooth process. The instrument itself is physically lighter. It doesn't burn at such a hot temperature. The quality of light is smoother. It's less harsh for people to be under. We've actually been using them on location too, which has been fantastic, especially if you're shooting with a red camera that's balanced for daylight. Yeah, having the lights in a student setting, I think, is one, a good draw for Sam Houston itself, because it shows leading edge technology, and it also gets them prepared for things in the future.
As a freshman, I'm sitting there at the sports desk, and as I go on, like, I'm nervous to begin with, but then the lights kick on, and the lights were these old, I really don't even know what kind of lights they were. I just remember them being hot. And at the end I had maybe on a blue shirt, and at the end, like, I opened up my jacket and I see I'm sweating just horribly. I'm literally melting in front of the camera. I remember sitting up there thinking, like, I'm cool, calm, and composed, and I don't have to worry about sweating anymore because these LED lights are, like, so much cooler, so much calmer, and I think they're a little bit more energy efficient too. Well, I mean, it's cool in a job interview when you're talking. He's like, well, what type of experience have you had in production? What type of experience have you had actually working with this equipment? And for you to name drop something like ICANN, or you to name drop, like, well, I worked with this P2 camera or something like that, it tells that employer, like, oh, he might know what he's talking about. Even though he could have researched it online, he actually might have an idea of, what we want to figure out. So I really, really appreciate that too. And the fact that, I can actually get my hands on it,
Yes, everyone at the university has been not only happy with the installation, they've been proud of the installation and bringing people in to show them the new lighting setups. And students that have graduated have come through and said, wow, I wish this had gotten done before I graduated, or students that are still involved are like, oh, this is so neat, I'm so proud of our new studios. And in terms of new design, one of the advantages of the LEDs is that you do not have to spend the extra money up front setting up your traditional dimmer packs, which can easily cost $30,000 to $150,000 in those mechanical rooms. And that now is a waste of money. We used to have that to dim our tungsten lights and maintain it. And with these new systems, your lights are a little more expensive in your upfront cost, but that's offset by not having to do some of those costly designs that were necessary in the past.
And it's cutting edge technology, and we spoke, actually we had Dan Rather, who is our program is named after Dan Rather, came in probably the day after we had converted this studio, and he was very impressed with the lighting itself. And to that end, we thought we just as well convert and have all of our lighting with the cutting edge technology in mind. And the consistency for LED lighting is always going to be greater. I mean, you've got a life expectancy in some cases 20 years for lights. We don't have to worry about the color temperature changing over the life of the lamp. One thing that stood out in my mind when we put all of these lights into this studio was simply the fact that it hadn't been done previously.